turn that down so we don't get no copyright strikes. Make sure I got my belt back on. Safety first. All right. It's Will Blandon. For those of you who don't know, the holding company. Why do I have so much faith that the holding company can help me get financially free? It's not just the holding company that would elevate me to financial success. The holding company is really only the beginning. It's going to be a large combination of things. It's going to be the holding company, great personal credit, which in the past I can see how a lot of black people, especially because I'm from the hood, I don't carry myself like I'm from the hood, but trust me, I'm from the hood. And I've seen some really hard times. And when I was just starting out, dabbling, trying to set up LLCs and stuff, I didn't know about credit repair. You know, so this is early on, my early stages of learning about setting up LLCs and how do you go about it. And in the beginning, I didn't even know there was companies that do most of the work. Literally, the companies are doing all the work for you. You know, there's companies designed to set up, give you a legally compliant corporation, 100% legal, give you the business address, everything, for a fee. You know, you got to pay for their service, but it's so much easier than doing it yourself. This is just my opinion. You know, a lot of entrepreneurs on here are going to tell you, do this step by step, save the money, do it right. But if you have a little bit of money to spend, it streamlines the process so much quicker. It makes everything like lightning speed. You can literally have good credit, corporate credit, and everything set up in 6 months. Where if you do it all yourself, you're going to drag. You know, life gets in the way. You're going to be working, you're going to be doing this, you're going to be doing that, and you're not going to do everything on a very speedy path. And keep in mind, we're in a pandemic, so if you're going through this process now of building your holding company, it's going to be typically a little slower than it used to be because there's less people working and processing stuff. But on the good side, when you go do your credit repair, there's not a lot of people responding to your letters. So you'll be able to get things cleaned up, I think, relatively easier than in the past. And I'm going through all the steps now, so you're going to hear me on a few times say I'm going to build a complete holding company course. And the course is going to include the credit, you know, fixing your credit, not actually showing you steps of fixing your credit, but where to go to get your credit fixed in a timely fashion, setting up your corporation, what tax election, you know, I can only give you advice. I'm not a CPA or accountant, but I'll give you my experience of what I would do on my research, you know what I mean? And this strategy of the holding company by itself, with the good personal credit, the corporate credit, business credit, and then later on going into real estate, I think is a foolproof plan to getting you financially free. And I believe you need to do all this while you have your job. While you have your job. Right now it's a part-time group home job. I'm still doing Uber and Lyft, trying to maintain my car so I can get everything else done that I need to get done. Hopefully I'll get offered a full-time position at my job and then continue doing Uber or Lyft on the weekends and speed up my process so I can get to building that course, because what I'm going to do after that is actually sell the course. I think this is genius. I'm going through all the steps to get financially stable myself, and then I'll have the proof to show you guys. So when I'm doing my course, you'll see, oh, he actually did this stuff. So I'm going through everything now. Building a holding company, personal credit repair. I have the side hustles, Uber and Lyft, and also Zetegrity. You gotta have side hustles to make this work too. So it's a combination of stuff. It's not just the holding company, but you gotta have your side hustles. You gotta have your job. It's gonna be a lot of hard work. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, like mentally, it's a lot of work for me. Mentally. Physically, it's not killing me. But mentally, it is draining, because you're gonna be always feel like you're on the go. On the plus side, I'm losing weight. So all this running and ripping, but I'm not going to a gym. I'm losing weight because of the stress of getting my plan in motion. Yes, I'm actually stressed out. I am stressed out just because I'm trying to get my whole plan in motion, and I'm having stuff like car repairs popping up that's stopping my hustle. I'm telling you guys, if I pull this off, I will have the best course to sell you guys, that I will probably easily be able to sell the course for upwards of probably $500. Easy. And I really believe I only have to make one course to do it. One course. It's going to be probably a video course. So it's not going to be those boring courses you got to go through and read everything. It's going to be a video course of building the perfect financial freedom platform. Step by step, what you should do. Companies that you could go work with to speed up the process. Because doing it yourself, there's information all over the web, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, on how you can build your perfect corporation step by step yourself. You're still going to pay a little bit of fees, but it'll be very little. A lot of stuff like getting your own tax ID number. You get to do all this stuff for, free yourself. But if you have a little bit of money to spend, like if you're working but your little stimulus was extra or something, this could be an option to get you financially free with very little education. You are going to have self-education. You're going to constantly be teaching yourself how to go about this stuff. So technically I shouldn't even be telling you this or putting it in a course, because a lot of people are going to learn they don't even need me. They're going to realize, why do I need a middleman when I can go figure all this stuff out myself? But some of you are still too lazy right now, and you're not going to want to be bothered with searching up the information it takes to go do this stuff. So you'd rather have an easy, spelled out course, and a lot of people will be willing to spend probably initially upwards of $100 to $200 to get quick information so they can get financially free, even in the pandemic. Yes, even in this pandemic. Because regardless of what you guys think, there's people out there that still have money. You might be one of them. Even in this pandemic, some people have money, but they don't have the level of money they want. So they have money to spend on like shopping. Some of y'all is going crazy while you're in quarantine just shopping. So I know some of you got money. And if you just took that money and stopped spending on PlayStation and screen TVs, maybe you could get financially free. Now the price for my service is gonna, right now I would say it's gonna depend. It's gonna vary depending on what plan I have with the individual customer. Because some people will be like, well, okay, I have this already. Like somebody already has business or income coming in. Those are going to be my best clients, because then all I got to do is set them up with a holding company. They have everything else in place. They have a way to fund their holding company. They may need a little credit cleanup, but they already have, say, a small bodega. It's making money. They just are afraid of lawsuits maybe in the future, and they want that corporate credit. Perfect. Build a holding company. Sell whatever entity that's in your name now to your holding company. So now your holding company, on paper, legally owns your existing business, corporation, whatever. Especially people that don't even have it in anything except their own personal name. If your business is just your personal name or DBA, this is definitely something you need to do. You might even have to create a LLC for that business and then go back and your holding company buys it. Because sole proprietor is not even a good way to sell your business. I mean, you could do it. You can do it. It just, to me, it's like really backwards, But this is the kind of stuff I'm going to be talking about on this channel, where if you're already ahead of the game and you have a business, this is information you need. It's only going to elevate you. But for you people like me to start out not knowing about none of this stuff, this is going to save you in taxes. This is going to build you financially freedom enough that you can go after maybe that first investment property. Or this could be a way to even get you in a house, your first house you want to live in, which is my goal initially. I'm going to purchase the house that I'm going to lease or rent. I'm going to try to find something that I can lease or rent with the intent to buy in the future. And then have my holding company put money in a new LLC, a baby company, under my holding company to purchase the property. So it won't be Will Blandon purchasing the property. It'll be whatever Holmes purchasing the property. I don't want even my personal home to be in my name. Maybe it's paranoid, I'm just paranoid because of the way I grew up. But I always think somebody's out to get me. Always. I always think somebody's eventually going to get me. So when I do become successful, everybody's coming to look for me. Maybe it's because I had so many creditors in the past stalking me because of debt. That in the event that, let's say, business does slow down or I get in trouble, it should be your only one operating company in trouble. You should have several operating companies under your holding company, but your holding company should never do business with the general public. This is going to shield you from lawsuits of all your money. So if you have one business in trouble, it's okay, because you may have one or two other businesses over here. Your holding company's funded, and your only employee of your holding company should just be you or your wife. You and your wife. If you're not married, even better. This is stuff you should probably do before you get married. This way, in a divorce, you can't take half. Same thing with your young women. Build this before, because even husbands, in a custody battle and all that stuff, they could get half for your stuff if you're the more successful person. So I say build your holding company before you even get married. And if you really do trust that person, like your partner or whatever, it's on you. But you can bring him in as a partner. I wouldn't even bring him in as a partner. I would do this. If I'm madly in love, which I'm not currently, but if I was madly in love, I would start an S corporation, holding company, give my wife maybe shares. I mean, if I'm madly in love with her, I would give her shares in the company and make her employee, but she does not have to be the owner. She does not have to be the owner. And this is all if I'm madly in love. Give her a share in the company. I'll give my daughter more shares than her and more control than her. And make her employee. So most men in our relationships were a little older. If we die first, she still keeps her job. And if you have a responsible child like I do, she can maintain the company and still pay your spouse her check. So she's taken care of. She's not in poverty. You know, everybody's taken care of. If you had other kids, you can situate them with jobs. But it's very easy for me. I have one kid, one responsible kid that I probably would put in place where she don't have to physically run the business, but she has control over it. So, because I know my daughter's not going to be one to be involved with the day-to-day. She just want to make sure the money's intact. And I'm good with that. So my future control of my company should be very easy in the future. I'm not, too worried. She does have a little sister, not mine, that I do care about, but we'll probably have it situated where she has a job. And God forbid if I have any future children, I can set it up where they also have jobs, but my child now will probably be in full control. Not just because she's the oldest, but she's the most responsible up to this date. So I pretty much have my future planned out. I'm going to try to keep this job going. If this turns into a full-time job, it will give me plenty of longevity to build my 3-year plan, where I would end up with the master perfect holding company, the perfect holding company course that I'll be selling. Probably by year 3, that course will probably be selling for upwards of $500. And then I will be purchasing hopefully a home in somewhere in Atlanta or on the outskirts of Atlanta, Georgia. And that will be my final resting home. But I'm gonna keep purchasing investment properties. And keep in mind, I'm working on all this stuff in a pandemic. So it is probably going to be a little bit harder than any other time. But when this is all over, I don't think these videos are going to be important now at all. The few views I do get, a lot of people aren't going to see this information now. But in the future, when I'm more successful, these videos will be very valuable because you'll see how I started working on this in a pandemic. So later on, when this is over, you're going to be like, wow, this dude did it in the pandemic. There's no reason why I can't do it easier now. You see my point? So I'm glad I'm already building a media company that's going to make me money in the future from these old videos. That will be old videos in the future. And this holding company course, I'm probably going to be using ClickFunnels. I haven't found any other sources that could make this work any easier. I just believe I can lay everything out in ClickFunnels in a manner that it will make me the ultimate amount of money. because ClickFunnels will take you through. You have this offer, this offer, this offer. So you might only start out making 100, but you later make 200, 300. That's kind of like ClickFunnels' whole thing. It kind of gets you to buy in steps. And it should make me more money if done right. But it's going to be a lot of research just to go through ClickFunnels. A lot of research. But you're going to go on this journey with me. And if I become successful, I know a lot of you people are going to be way more successful than me. I'm not smart. I'm really not. I'm not smart, but I'm smart enough to understand how to use different services to my advantage. I'm not smart at all. I don't even know how I survived in a brick and mortar business for 3 years. But I'm here for you. If you want to work with me now, get me while I'm cheap. It'll be the perfect time. But if not, I will catch you guys in the next video. Subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll see you next time.